Is Charlie Walker from the Scream franchise still alive? That's the theory we're going to be talking about today. I'm Pamela, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future theories just like this one. And please also go follow me over on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Let's get into it. So, is Charlie Walker from Scream 4 still alive? This is one of the first theories I've ever covered here on my channel. This was like 10 months ago. It's like my third video ever. Just gotta throw a disclaimer out there. I don't necessarily believe this. You guys know that I am a Stu believer. I 100% believe that Stu Macher is still alive and will return in Scream 7. And I know not everyone believes that and not everyone agrees with that. So for Charlie Walker to also be alive is a little crazy. I understand that. And I don't necessarily believe it. But there are quite a few clues that point towards this. And I did discover a new clue just today. So this is all just for fun. I love discussing theories with you guys. So no need to get angry down in the comments. We're all just here for a good time. So when I first saw Scream 5 2 years ago, this is when I first got this theory in my head. Because in the opening scene of Scream 5, when Ghostface calls Tara, Ghostface says their name is Charlie. And it gets emphasized a couple of times. Ghostface says it, I believe, twice. And then Tara also repeats the name.
Tell her I'm from group. I'm Charlie. She's got my number. Just tell her that Charlie called.
And I will do exactly that, Charlie, once you tell me what kind of group we're talking about.
So the fact that they said the name Charlie a few times really stood out to me. And I thought, interesting, Charlie was the Ghostface in Scream 4, which also happens to be the Scream movie right before Scream 5. So I thought that was interesting that Ghostface called himself Charlie. This is not the only clue for this scene. Again, in Scream 5's opening scene, notice how Tara gets stabbed right through the hand, the same way that Olivia did in Scream 4, which was obviously done by Charlie. And it's done in the same hand. They both get stabbed through their left hand. I think this is a major clue. And then, during Dewey's death scene, R.I.P., Ghostface says it's an honor.
It's an honor.
And who else said that? Charlie in Scream 4.
It's an honor.
During the cinema club scene, he says to Sydney, it's an honor. So that's another thing that stood out to me. And let's not forget that in Scream 4, he never came back for one final scare. And he did not get shot in the head. That's very important. This franchise emphasizes that you have to shoot them in the head or they can always come back. Yes, Charlie was stabbed in the heart, and the possibility of surviving that is low, but not impossible. People in real life have survived getting stabbed in the heart. And just the fact that the franchise emphasizes this about getting shot in the head, that right there is enough to convince me that it would be possible for him to survive. Now, this new clue that I discovered today. Look at this photo of Robbie Mercer from Scream 4. He's wearing his headset that he live streams his entire life with. And notice the red light. This obviously indicates that the camera is turned on. And then take a look at this photo of Ghostface in Scream 5. This is the Ghostface that kills Dewey. This shot is from that scene when you can see Ghostface turning something on, which I assumed was the voice modulator. But remember that clue that I mentioned earlier in the video? This Ghostface that kills Dewey says it's an honor, just like Charlie did in Scream 4. And now I noticed this red light here. So was Charlie using this same camera that Robbie used in Scream 4 to live stream his kills? Because we know that in Scream 4, Charlie was recording his kills to make his own movie. So this is just another odd similarity there that points towards this possibly being Charlie Walker in Scream 5. And now I have to shout out I Shot Him 6 Times here on YouTube. A lot of you guys watching this probably know him. Definitely go subscribe to his channel. He has a lot of great Scream theories over there as well. So this was, like I said, 10 months ago. He pointed something out that blew my mind when I first saw it. There is a background actor in Scream 6 who looks a lot like Charlie Walker. And at first, when I saw his theory video and then I made my theory video based on it, this theory like overtook the internet. I was seeing it everywhere. So in Scream 6, right before the bodega scene, Sam and Tara leave their apartment. They get a phone call from Ghostface, and the phone says it's from Richie. Then someone wearing all black with a hood on approaches Sam and Tara and walks by them. And Sam gets a little defensive because she, assumes it's Ghostface walking towards her. Ends up not being Ghostface, but it looks a lot like Charlie Walker. I do believe that this has kind of been debunked. I know Craven Something Scary also did a video on this where he brightened the image all the way, and you could see that it's not actually Charlie Walker. But when I first saw this blew my mind. Because this person also looks a little bit short, and so is Rory Culkin. And, this person happens to be on the phone, and Ghostface on the phone with Sam happens to stop talking when this person walks by Sam, and then starts talking again when they're out of earshot.
I gutted them before they had the chance.
So what?
So that is interesting right there. And then I spotted the same person on the subway. During the subway scene on the platform, you can see the same person in all black and in a hood. So I definitely thought that this could be Charlie keeping tabs on Sam. And I do also want to point out in the shot of this person in the subway scene, you can also see someone dressed as Chucky. And Chucky is a nickname for Charlie. And I do also believe that Kirby's look in Scream 6 was modeled after the Bride of Chucky. She looks very similar to Tiffany in doll form. She had that little flirty relationship with Charlie in Scream 4. So there's this hooded figure who I was fully convinced this is Charlie Walker, and then I noticed on the police board with all the photos of past ghost faces, Charlie Walker happens to be wearing a hood. So just all of this at the time fully convinced me that this was Charlie Walker in Scream 6. Now, 10 months later, I don't think that this is actually Charlie Walker, but you have to admit that the clues in Scream 5 are definitely pretty convincing. Ghostface calls himself Charlie, stabs Tara in the hand the same way he stabbed Olivia, says to Dewey, "It's an honor," same way Charlie did in 4, and now the red light that looks like the camera that Robbie Mercer used. I do believe that Rory Culkin has said in a past interview that he would not return to the Scream franchise. So before Scream 6 even came out, a part of me was expecting to see Charlie in Scream 6. And I thought maybe he had some unfinished business with Kirby. And then we do get that background character who looks a little bit like Charlie. So like I said, I am a Stu believer, and I do believe he's leading a cult of ghost faces. So imagine if Charlie Walker was a part of Stu's cult, or working as his right-hand man and helping him run things. That would be interesting, because I do feel like both Stu and Charlie were overshadowed by their partners from their movies. Billy kind of gets all the credit, and Stu gets forgotten and erased from the story. Tara doesn't know who he is. Liv doesn't know who he is. And I feel like Jill gets all the credit for Scream 4, even though Charlie actually did most of the work. So imagine Charlie was alive and is helping Stu run his cult, and then Stu ends up selling him out, because you always need a partner to sell out. I know this theory is a little bit crazy, but like I said, it's just fun to speculate and talk about this stuff. So leave a comment down below. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this theory? Do you think that Charlie Walker could still be alive? Would you like to see him again in the Scream franchise? Please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future theories. Please also go follow me over on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see you guys in the next video.